Today here at Talk Talk Punch, we're going to play a fun little game of love it, hate it, and just indifference. In this game, we're going to be going through a number of categories for a movie, and no matter how we feel about that movie, we will be taking a stance determined by our infamous spinner of loving that movie, hating that movie, or just feeling indifferent about that movie. Now, which movie, you ask? Well, you likely saw that on the thumbnail, so it's no surprise, but we are talking about 2005's Batman Begins, directed by Christopher Nolan and starring Christian Bale as Batman. Before we get going, I am Brody, joined by Charlie Hickman and Tudong Dylan.
Yay!
All right, well, we are so glad that you guys are here to hang out with us and have some fun, so let's go ahead and get this started. But first, we need a spinner.
Spin it.
There it is. There's our infamous spinner. Causes us so many problems on various things.
All right.
Not like problems,
Brody, you gotta go first.
Causes us trouble. I'm going first? Okay.
Yep.
All right, here we go.
You gotta go first. You get the honors.
Oh, boy. I love it. I love it.
Nice.
All right. Now we're going to hide that choice. Okay. Who's going next?
All right. Spin it for me. Spin it for me, bro.
All right. Okay. Let's see what Charlie gets. Charlie is going to get hate it because I think Charlie. Oh.
No. Hey, there we go.
All right. Charlie is going to be indifferent. That means, Tudong, you hate Batman Begins.
Okay, look, I would like to say to all of these students who I have had in the past, and I've taught you guys how to do persuasive essays, this is exactly how you do it. It doesn't matter if you mean it or not. You just have to write it out, just like this. Give some supporting details. That's all it is. And now you're going to
well, you'll have plenty of time to talk about how much you hate the movie. We don't already need to be comparing it to writing essays. Let's get into it. Look, as the indifferent person here, as the neutral party, I'm going to toss it to you guys. I'll take like a intermediate role here. So, Brody, tell us why this is a good movie. Why do you love it?
Well, this actually works out because I actually do love this movie. I don't think it's the best of the trilogy, but I do love Batman Begins. I saw Batman Begins 7 times in theaters. We get a great Bruce Wayne backstory, training to be Batman. We get some amazing just Batman, Bruce Wayne dynamics. We get a great Bruce Wayne. I think a better Bruce Wayne than we had ever gotten before.
Well, a guy dresses up like a bat clearly has issues.
We got some great villains that we had never seen before. We get a great Gotham City. I think the best Gotham City of the trilogy, actually. What else? I love it. I'm just going to go there. Overall, I love it.
When I first saw this movie, I drove to San Francisco with a friend, and for some reason we decided to then go watch Batman Begins, and I was praying for it to end. I was like, I have been in a car for hours going to San Francisco, and we're watching a movie. I just want to go to sleep. How long is this going to be? What ending? How many endings does it have? It's Return of the King.
That's your fault.
Yeah, it is my fault, but now it's the film's fault. I'm going to take my own misguided efforts and I'm going to blame Batman Begins because really that's all I can do.
That's
terrible.
Great. Look,
terrible.
You guys are both wrong. You guys are both wrong. The movie is fine.
Oh.
It's fine. It's fine. It is a 20-year-old movie. Happy anniversary.
Hey.
And parts of it hold up pretty well. Parts of it do not. Can we all admit that there are just some really awful moments, like some real lows, like the shaky camera work in the action scene. That gives you kind of like a nauseating
That was the
feeling.
times. That was the times.
It doesn't matter if it's the times. It's a movie that existed.
Really
It still is. Hey, Brody,
There's 2 people.
Just one negative. Can we talk about the death scene of the parents? How they're in the nicest opera of all time, and then somehow they step through a portal into the darkest, most spray-painted, criminal-filled alley of all time. Have you been to a nice opera in a big city? You do not exit out a side into the world's worst alley. I've been to Broadway. I've been to New York. I've seen operas, musicals all over the world, from Los Angeles to New York. I have never walked out into the middle of Skid Row with Joe Chill waiting for me. They all entered through that door. It's a ridiculous scene. But There are plenty of really high highs as well. Wonderful moments.
Yeah, nice coat.
Nice coat.
So there's gonna be lots of highs. I'm not
Super
here just to talk no, but I did just watch this a couple days ago, and I had to stop after that opera scene. I was just like, okay, come on, Christopher Nolan, we're better than this. He's a young director. Then he's gotten a lot better since. All right, let's talk Bale. Brody, you wanted to talk Bale. Tell us why he's great.
Oh, because he is the best Batman that we have had. He is the best Batman. He's the best Bruce Wayne. Before this, everybody was saying that nobody is ever... Huh? What'd you say?
Why?
He is because he's clearly absolutely somehow mentally imbalanced. That's how he's the best Batman. That's how he's the best Batman, Brody. He's like,
whoa. No. Hold on.
Before this, everybody said that nobody was going to top Michael Keaton. Okay,
nobody said that.
Yes, a lot of people were saying that.
Nobody said that.
And I think because Val Kilmer was not good, he was an okay Bruce Wayne. He was a horrible Batman. George Clooney was a bad Bruce Wayne and a bad Batman. And we finally got an actor who could do both. And he was physically fit, which is something that Michael Keaton was not. Bruce Wayne or Christian Bale was. Look at Michael Keaton. I loved Michael Keaton, but come on.
He wasn't like ripped, but he was fit. I mean, you can't call him.
Hey, Val Kilmer, he actually had a shirtless scene. Michael Keaton had no shirtless scene. He's like, I can stop
Christian
you.
Bale had multiple shirtless scenes, and he looked phenomenal. Okay, he could pull off the Batman. He could be physical with. He was like a bear in that movie. He was so big. He was a great Batman. Yes, the voice was an interesting choice.
I'm Batman.
But I can see what he was trying to do, okay? He was trying to differentiate between Bruce Wayne and Batman, and you have to do that.
Yeah, not like he didn't do it as well as Val Kilmer did, because Val Kilmer was like, Bruce Wayne, he's like, ah, and then he's just like, my voice is deep now because I'm Val Kilmer.
Okay,
Batman.
We are not going to talk about Batman Forever because that'll get me on a whole new rant. Because that's the worst Batman movie, and I'll stand by.
We got to do this with Batman Forever and make Brody get to love it again. Defend your movie.
Gosh, that would be so.
Why was Christian Bale terrible in this role?
Terrible, horrible. I don't actually believe this. However, let me tell you something. First off, you can hear it. I gotta throw in a little thing. First off, you hear his accent coming through. I don't care what you say. You can hear it. Shaky cam all over the place because of him and his voice. I believe that the shaky cam happens because of his voice. He was like, you see Rachel Dawes and she's like, and he's like, just like that. That's the entire movie right there.
All right.
Look, no, he was great. He was great.
You guys are both wrong. You're both wrong. It's okay. Michael, on one side, we got Michael Keaton and Robert Pattinson. On the other side, we got
I forgot
George
about
Clooney
Robert Pattinson
and Val Kilmer.
I already said that.
Right in the middle. Right in the middle, we got dear sweet Christian. He's dead center. He is the absolute middle of the road Batman. You guys want to take a random guess on how many romantic comedies Christian Bale has ever starred in? Off the top of your heads, if you had to guess.
He is a comic genius. You could tell in the Batman Begins.
He's like, zero. He's never been
Alfred,
asked to be the
bats
lead
scare me.
in a. He's
Those
never.
Bats
He's
are
never
gonna kill him.
To be the lead in a movie in which requires him to be charming, because he doesn't know how to be charming. Because when he tries to be charming, he looks a little bit like a sociopath.
Hello.
Hello.
Which is why he was great in American Psycho. It is why he is great in roles that require him to be really intense. And it is why no one has ever wanted to fall in love watching him fall in love on screen. He has 55 acting credits. 55
wait a second.
acting credits. If you want to have a fun game, go through and you can go movie by movie and look for the word drama. It is in all but like 4, and they're all like weird animated ones that he did the voice for, and one Shakespeare play.
Okay.
Yes, bro.
I am going to point out the hotel scene. Okay, when he comes back as Bruce Wayne, he has reemerged. He's there in the hotel restaurant with the 2 models who were swimming, and he's doing this Playboy type of thing. And then Rachel walks over and he totally changes. I thought that was great acting. He did so good because
he's a really good actor.
He can change it.
Not charming. really good.
No,
actor.
he was totally charming in
likable.
that scene.
Yeah,
Not
he
sure.
was
totally
great.
charming
But let
in
me
that
tell
scene.
you, he
He was doing
always used
a perfect Bateman
Yeah, Patrick Bateman.
from
yeah, that's
American
right.
Psycho.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is very true. Not only that,
That's what he was
Okay,
doing. And that's great.
look, I am not a super, business individual, but I have never gone over and seen anybody acquire a restaurant or hotel or whatever it is by writing a check to the waiter. I don't know what that waiter thought. Was this his tip? Is he I'm like, are you making this out to
He's like,
me?
hey, all
Because,
right.
yeah, I'll
Oh,
sell
he
you
was
this place.
told.
Sure.
He
He's
was
like,
just making a
I'm
statement.
buying this hotel. You're gonna sell it to me. You're fired, by the way. What do you mean I can't? What do you mean I can't go in there? It's not a new swimming rules. Yeah.
Sir, I'm
This is
just
what
a
happens when I
waiter
get
here. I'd have no authority to sell you this hotel
How dare you?
or whatever random check you just wrote. That was
I
such a random scene.
Do I look like a
It was
cop?
great though.
I'm not trying to tell you that he's not great. I like Christian Bale. I like him in
It
the
was a
right
great
roles,
scene.
and he was
He's
great
a
as
great
Batman.
actor.
He was weak as Bruce. You don't
And
fall in
Batman.
love with him the
I
way that
disagree.
you do Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton is so charming. Michael Keaton could have wooed me off my feet.
Let me also say,
Patrick
if I
Bateman
may-
over there behind the bat cowl. No, thank you.
If I may, just to let you know, a little comparison here.
All right.
When Michael Keaton when he got found out as Batman by Vicky Vale, it's because someone ratted him out. Alfred brought her in, whereas Christian Bale, he's like, but it's not what I do or not what I say or do. It's not the inside, but the outside. I've got some ridiculous phrase that you said 20 years ago, and I hated it. Screw you, from Brody.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
Oh, that was great.
I'm Bruce Wayne. I mean,
Hey.
I'm Bruce Wayne. I'm
Hey,
Batman.
well- Hey, speaking of Michael Caine,
All right. Anyway, yeah, let's get to some supporting cast here. What do you think of Alfred, Gordon, etc.?
Gordon. Oh my goodness, we have not had a better James Gordon in the history of Batman movies.
I
He
actually
was
believe that
not
too.
existent in the other one, and then we get Gary
You should don't
Oldman
tell her. You
as
hate him.
Gordon. We get him riding up the force. He's great. He's compassionate. He's nice. Like, who would have thought that Gary Oldman could actually play a nice guy and a good guy, and then he plays this amazing Detective Gordon, because he's not commissioner yet, not till the next one. So Gordon was great. He was a real standout. Michael
Derek-
Caine was great. The scene after Batman catches on fire and he is in the back of the car like hallucinating, and you see Michael Caine crying as he's driving Bruce Wayne
Yes.
home. Still, like, every time I see it, it like touches me in this part of my soul where I'm like, oh my goodness, Alfred is like, he loves this kid and he's been helping him do this, but it's like killing him, and he's like broken up about it. And so Alfred was great. And then Rachel Dawes was a good character who didn't come from the comics, but she was added in as a childhood friend. And yes, he's going to reveal it because they've known each other for forever. And so I thought that was fine. It was fine that he revealed his secret identity. Batman in the comics has revealed his secret identity to loads of people. It's not a
Kid
big
was
deal.
with Rachel, by the way, and she's like, Bruce Wayne? And the kid's like, what, Bruce Wayne? Are you saying Bruce Wayne's Batman? What? Right in front. Thanks a lot, Rachel. Thanks a lot. Now everybody knows. He went to his school, and now all the kids, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, in the future is going to be like, I noticed this, look, and all these kids, they were saying that you're the Batman, and you're Bruce Wayne. What the hey?
Oh, that kid didn't know who Bruce Wayne was.
I'll say this. One thing that Gary Oldman did not do, not once, was say, everyone. He didn't do it. And he didn't do it, so forget it. Terrible. Throw it right out. I'll tell you this. You have Alfred carrying out Rachel Dawes, and like this, people are like, what the hey is happening? He's just like, too much wine. But he didn't sit there and say, I got a drunk and now I'm going to take her home. And I was like, why not? Why didn't you go full Michael Caine? Come on, man. He's charming.
That sounded
He
more
can
like
do it
Paul
too.
Hogan, but that's okay.
That's true.
That's
That's
no
true. Yeah,
knife,
that's
Bruce.
a,
Hey, Bruce.
that's not a knife.
Throw another
And now
Batman
I'm
on the
Australian. Oh, I don't know, boy. I was thinking of Michael Caine from Jaws 4. That's what I was
There you
thinking of. Michael Caine. or my cocaine. Is
All right.
some people
Well,
My
look,
cocaine?
Rachel Dawes has got to be one of the worst freaking
Poor
people.
Katie Holmes.
She couldn't pick a tone.
No,
She,
not
the
one
whole
of the
time
worst.
she's talking out of her. Are you kidding me? What did
Not
she
one of
want
the
to do?
worst.
She's like, I want to go ahead and, I'm going to get everybody killed because we're going to fight crime, but not intelligently. I'm going to talk the shit out of my mouth. Just the shit out of my mouth. She would only talk out of the side of her mouth. How the hell is he going to get? She's like, give me a kiss. Side of my mouth. And then suddenly she's British.
She was never British.
I think one of the things that this movie does really well is cast really good actors. I think one of the things that it didn't do well was give them a real reason to exist in the universe. And I love Morgan Freeman. I think he does a great job with the role. That he's there as a plot device.
Oh, Morgan Freeman.
Rachel Dawes.
I wasn't going to say it because I'm supposed to hate
Yes,
it.
she is.
I can't bring up good positive
They're
points.
underdeveloped. They're kind of like randomly in it. He's like, oh man, I need a Batmobile, and Morgan Freeman's like, well, we happen to have built one.
Well, as a
He's like, oh, I need some armor. Well, we happen
I
to have
have
built
one up my
You know,
sleeve.
Actually, in our starter kit for Batman, we happen to have everything you need right here, already made.
Does it
It's
come
just
in
like,
black?
Like the cast is good, but like the
so much
roles they were
editing.
given were a little shallow and a little bit kind of like contrived for the universe. They could have probably thinned out the cast a little bit and given everybody like Rachel Dawes really doesn't need to be in this movie except that they're going to kill her in the next one, right? Like that's her big role.
Oh,
is to be
spoilers.
some kind of emotional linchpin for Bale. She's not even in the next one. They kill off Katie Holmes like off screen, and then they bring in Maggie Gyllenhaal. But the poor character dies twice.
Just when you think it can't be worse. Yeah,
Can I ask
seriously,
you guys a
it did.
question that I was thinking about when I was
Sure.
watching this movie? How hard would it actually be to figure out who Batman is? I mean, like the list of people who have the billions of dollars necessary to build Batmobiles, Batcopters, Bat submarines, unlimited supplies of Batarangs, Bat armor. Like, what kind of Rolodex would you need to go through in the city of who could afford to be Batman? You're not like,
Clearly, a public.
this has got to be some guy out living off the streets who happens to have an unlimited supply of cash. I mean, you start at the billionaire top and you're like, hey, you know who wasn't around before Batman? Bruce Wayne. And then he was around, and then suddenly there's a Batman. He's a billionaire. Maybe he's Batman. I mean, like, it's got to be the easiest, like, solution of all time. It's like a worse disguise than Clark Kent with the glasses, because at least, like, he's just a poor guy living in the city as a reporter. It's like, how can you afford to be Who can afford to be Batman? If I decided to be Batman tonight, I'd be driving around in a Honda Odyssey. I'm like, let's go. We're gonna fight crime tonight. I got the Odyssey. I've got like a food tray as my armor. Who can afford Batman, right? Anyway,
Not only
pads.
not only that, but Bruce Wayne takes some Wayne tech that Batman's using, and he's like, "Here, kid, take it." Don't notice the Wayne tech stuff. That's not on there. That's not on there.
WayneTech.com.
Who said it was marked with Wayne Tech?
We
He
all
marks
know
everything
it's
with a
marked with
website.
Wayne Tech Enterprises.
No,
right
but they were
on
right,
all
all right.
prototypes.
Right on his
Look, we're
chest
talking-
plate, it says Wayne Tech
Okay, all
Enterprises.
right. Yeah. All right. Settle down here, because we got to talk villains. We got to talk Liam Neeson
Yes.
and the road not taken with the other Raja Ghul. Poor
It's a road not taken.
poor barely
What
in the
road
movie.
didn't he take?
I just wanted to work the word taken in there, just like because he was not the real Raja Ghul, but he's the real Raja Ghul. It doesn't matter. You got Ken Watanabe in there for like a moment, who, by the way,
that's good. I like-
Batman
okay.
kills along with like several other people that he kills in the beginning of the movie because he doesn't want to kill the guy who's a criminal.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
like,
not
that
gonna
was
kill
not
you.
Intentional.
Everyone else.
I don't have to
He
kill
killed
you.
like if I throw a lit match into a fireworks factory full of people and they die, am I like, oh, I didn't know that would. What do you mean that wasn't intentional? Oh, it wasn't intentional. I didn't mean to kill him. I
I'm
just
not
meant
in
to
a
How
stop
do we
situation
know
all
there.
that
illusions
he
with
knew
everybody
that there
in
was gunpowder?
He threw it at the gunpowder.
I mean, why didn't
He
he
just-
just kill that guy?
He knocked it out of his hand. How was he supposed to know it was going to land at the gunpowder?
He's Batman,
Well,
bro.
and I need-
Because
I need
he's
you to-
Batman.
I need you-
If he's Batman.
I need to hear you talk about why you love these villains, because I'm on the fence about this one.
Liam Neeson is great. Liam Neeson sets up all this stuff with Batman. We get the gauntlets. We get all these
Gauntlets are
ninja-esque
so
things
cool.
hiding in the shadows.
Gauntlets are so
All this
cool.
stuff came from this Ra's al Ghul that we didn't even know was Ra's al Ghul. It was Henry Ducard, until we get to the twist. And so he was awesome as Ra's al Ghul. We get a cool Scarecrow with a cool mask that I dressed up as one year, and it still have that
you did.
mask, and it's really cool.
Nice.
And so we get to kind of see the visions of the fear toxin. And then we get to find out that there's actually some crossover between Ra's al Ghul supplying the blue flower that actually does the fear toxin for Scarecrow. And so we get to see these two guys team up. And then we're also getting the mob stuff where we get Falcone and his
Or
kind
Falcone.
of how he Falcone. I've heard it said both ways. I don't know.
Hey, I like that
I've heard it
actor,
both
but
ways.
for some reason, his American accent in this was preposterous. Hey, Bruce Wayne,
Tom Wilkinson?
Don't come in here trying to tell me you're not scared. And he's like, I'm scared of no one. He's like, hey, I got a gun right here, and I got a judge, I got a cop. I'll shoot you in the head. Have a good day.
He had a Gotham accent. Tudong. Gotham accent. That's what he had.
Can't argue with that. Dylan, all right, come on.
But yeah,
What did you not like about the villains?
You have Liam Neeson doing Qui-Gon Jinn. Oh, your arms will take care of themselves. Rub your chest. Yes. We'll have you able to, we're going to train you. We're going to train you so you can engage 700 people. Okay, great, Roz. 700. Maybe 7, but 700. Okay, I believe you, sir. Not only that, but his plan makes no sense. Why would okay? So they infiltrated the entire what have you of Gotham City, but they still have to burn Bruce Wayne's house down. That's actually one of the first things that we're going to do. Forget the fact that we've been dumping this poison into the water supply for about a week or so. People apparently have not
poison,
decided
Dylan.
to
We
boil water.
We don't want to poison anyone. It's a pre-poison. Instead
We don't
of
want to
poison,
kill anybody. Yeah, we don't.
we're going to use an elaborate, expensive, rare pre-poison.
Yeah, you have to take a very hot shower in order to get this, or you have to boil some water for food, or we're going to take our microwave emitter thing to vaporize the water. That's what we're going to do. The entire place, and it's going to tear itself apart. And it doesn't tear itself apart, bro. Their plan worked. It didn't tear itself apart. Not even
Hold on. They were not trying to poison people because people cannot know that it was the League of Assassins that did this. Just like they said that they took out Rome and Constantinople and they flooded England with rats. They are doing things in order for it to look like stuff has just happened. Okay. So if people in Gotham go crazy, it's not on the League of Assassins.
Can I ask a question, bro?
Go on, moderator.
If they just dumped arsenic in the water supply and everyone in Gotham died, who is going to say, you know who that was? That was the League of Assassins. That I've never heard anyone say that before.
The card of the League of Shadows.
But I bet it was them. It was them. This imaginary league of people that no one has ever uttered the name. But who's left to even accuse this imaginary shadow group? Just kill everybody if you want to kill everybody. It's so easy to poison the water. Just poison the water.
A whole city got poisoned.
They could have killed everybody, and Bruce Wayne or Batman wouldn't have done any. He couldn't have done anything. They would have been dumping for a week at least. Everybody would have been dead.
It was a cartoon plan. It was a cartoon plan. That's fine. But look,
it was so
Liam Neeson is great in everything he does. I could have used more Ken Watanabe, if I'm being honest. I think he's fantastic.
Yeah.
I would have liked more of that. I like Cillian Murphy. I think he's great. Could I have done without him walking Rachel Dawes into his plan, like a cartoon James Bond villain going, well, here's what we're doing down here, and here's where we're doing it, and let me show you.
That's what the villains
do.
Here's
a map and a time.
This is where we're making the medicine.
Our calendar date.
Maybe you can use some.
Here's our shared calendar with everyone that we're doing all these evil things on. If you'd like to take that note, could the villains have been maybe a little bit condensed and fleshed out a little bit more? I could have used more Scarecrow. I could have used more of that. Just the whole movie. Why was Rachel Dawes not hallucinating? Like she had the concentrated dose, so she should have been the most scared out of everyone. She's driving in the car with Batman, who would just look like an actual demon to Scarecrow, and she's just like, look at the colors.
Wait a second.
Look at
Hold on a second. Just a second. I love this part where she's sitting there flipping out, and he's like, "Calm down. You've been poisoned." And she's like, "Oh, I love that. You've been calm it down. Relax. You're gonna die." What?
That's straight out of Ice Age.
Where's the baby? There he is.
I'm driving you someplace. I'll take care of it.
The fear toxin affects people differently. So Scarecrow saw the bat demon. Rachel Dawes did not.
Who saw the horse breathing fire, by the way? Because that didn't happen in real life. The horse that he's on, he's like, oh, hello,
That was just like a person.
Was that the kid who
wasn't it?
saw that? No, that was a. What do you mean the person? That was Scarecrow with a horse. He was riding a horse. And
I
he's
know.
like,
I thought there was just like a person that saw him.
Maybe it was the kid.
No.
Or maybe it was Rachel.
All right,
I don't
now,
know.
look, we're already kind of talking plot, so let's just talk the overall story here.
Okay.
We can all agree there was some good hits and misses with the villains. I think we all sided on the indifferent side on that. So let's talk a little story. Brody, give me your absolute favorite like plot point, your actual like favorite moment, favorite part of the story. What was like the highlight for you?
For me, I think it was the training at the start where we see Bruce Wayne training with the League of Shadows. We get the sword fight on the ice. We get Ra's al Ghul trying to tell Bruce that it was his father's fault for not like acting, the will to act, right? All that stuff was great. Learning the art of the ninja, learning to be in the shadows. You see like where they've got all the ninjas like lined up and they're trying to Ra's al Ghul like has to find them, and Bruce is like slicing their arms a little bit so that he will grab the wrong guy.
Yeah,
that was awesome, right? And I love the rest. The first kind of appearance of Batman where he's just taking people out in that dock and he's grabbing people. You know, the famous one of the guy like, "Where are you?" And Batman's like, "Here."
Yeah,
you know,
that was done really
great.
well in a Capoletti movie I saw once. That was
it was
well parodied.
You know, and so it kind of had these almost kind of jump scare moments at that start of Batman like being around, and you kind of felt how these thugs were feeling as Batman was just coming out of nowhere and like grabbing them and taking them up or taking them out. So all that was great. But I love the beginning
before we kick it to you. Can I just say that a more charming actor, I bet, would have had an outtake when he's hanging upside down going here, where he tried to do the Spider-Man kiss upside down. I bet Michael Keaton would have tried to would have dropped down and said here, and then try to grab and do the iconic upside down kiss. And it
would have had to have been Tobey Maguire as Batman.
Oh, there you go.
Brody, can I ask you something that kind of because I agree. I thought the first scene was awesome, except that I thought it was like really funny that they invested all these years and all this effort into training him to become the world's greatest fighter in a couple of years, however long that took to get him to be the world's greatest assassin. And then they're like, "Oh, and by the way, here's our plan that we haven't mentioned yet. Are you in?" And then he's like, "No, I'm not in." I'm like, "Oh, shoot, we should have trained him to be better than all of us for all those years. We should have told him the plan right away."
He was going to lead them, bro. He was going to lead them all over to Gotham to destroy it. They're like, "Oh, by the way, this is your mission right here." And he's like, what am I going to do there? You're going to take down Gotham.
Imagine your job sending you to like a management training course for like 2 years. And then they're like, "All right, you're ready. Here's your position." And then you're like, "I don't want this position. You didn't tell me it was for this position.
Yeah.
I'm out of here." Like, I mean, like who would do that? You'd be like, here's the position. Do you want to do it? Let me train you to do it. Like they're finding out after 2 years, oh, this guy doesn't want to just kill random people in our assassins club. Like he doesn't want to assassinate people in our club of assassins. We didn't know. He's like, "I'm not into that." They didn't even like have the like this is like the couple that gets married and they're like, "What do you mean you don't want kids? I want kids. We never talked about it." You gotta talk about, are you gonna kill people in the Assassins Club? That's all I'm saying.
Whoa. I'm pretty sure they're called the League of Shadows in this movie.
They
not
are
the League of Assassins.
But ninjas are assassins, bro. That's all they are. Ninjas are assassins. They kill people.
Ninjas could be lots of things. The turtles aren't assassins.
Club. Oh, the turtles should be though. They could be great. They'd be a
Just saying.
It's a great scene. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to derail it.
But I will say, just to kind of respond to that, I would think, to me, that they had to make sure that he could do this before they were like, "Okay, now we want to present you with this opportunity." Because if they just came right out and said, "We want you to lead this," and then it turns out that like he can't hack it and he can't do all this stuff, he couldn't be like the next Ra's al Ghul, then that would just be bad news, because then they would just kill crap.
They would just kill him and it would be fine, and then they'd go, "Okay, well, next." Right? Like they lose.
There is
nothing.
no just next though. It took a lot to find Bruce Wayne who could do all this stuff.
Right. So you're confident that he can do it. So you tell him what it is, and if he doesn't want to do it, you kill him. If he says he wants to do it and he doesn't succeed, you kill him.
2 years is way out
What
the
you
window.
don't do is teach him to be the best, world's greatest fighter and assassin, and then ask him if he's with you or against you.
He
And
also
it's like,
showed
well,
up and
he's gonna
said that
kill
he
us
was
all.
looking for vengeance.
I mean, was he
And
though?
so
He was
yes,
robbing
like
from Wayne
hey,
Enterprises.
here's a guy that wants vengeance from Gotham City, where his parents died in this city. So yeah, it would make sense to be like, oh, this guy probably wants to like burn this
All I'm
place
saying is,
down.
if you've ever seen a mafia movie, you know what they don't do? Like, they don't say, okay, now you've been a member of our crew for years. Now kill this guy, and then you're finally in. What they do say is, hey, kill this guy, and you're in. And then
That's
at
true.
the beginning,
You got making
right?
your
Like,
bones. Yeah.
You got to make your bones, right? This is it. You got to take the gun, kill this guy, then you're a member of the family. Not, hey, you're a member of the family. Did you want to be the leader of the family? Well, then you got to kill this one guy. That's not how it works. Forget about it.
Forget about it. Can
All
I
right,
say
Dylan,
what
what was your least favorite moment? What was your
My
least favorite?
least... No, bro, you already... you don't
No,
get to... You said your piece. It's my
You
turn.
don't have any
Sorry.
least favorite moments.
Yeah, you don't
Everything's
get to.
beautiful
He
you,
didn't
Mr.
say what I
Rosy-
liked.
That's true.
Mr. Rosy
I'll
Cheeks.
tell you this. I thought one thing that was really cool, but unfortunately, they just kind of hit the, exclamation point button on this one, and then they turned it terrible. Like, when you first see Batman, and he's like a shadow. People are they're disappearing, he's grabbing him, the jump scares, all of that kind of stuff. Fine. Good. Hey, and you see, like, Falcone, and he's looking, and he's like, what the hey? We can't see exactly what's happening. We got a picture of a random foot. We don't know what's happening. Batman's beating everybody up. Great. Batman comes in, swoops in. Ra's al Ghul is even like, well, you've took art of theatricality a bit far, haven't you? Even though I knew you were doing this, running across rooftops, but I'll comment on it. I thought that he was even like, I can only take 2 of your thugs. And he's like, suit yourself. And he jumps on them. You don't really see what happens. Okay, all right. You have a very well-lit subway train that's not subbed at all. It's actually above ground. It's way above ground. And it is very bright. And you see Batman jump on one of those, like, seats or whatever they are. I'm not a subway rider. And he's staring daggers at Ra's al Ghul. And Ra's al Ghul is like, I'm gonna go and kill him for some reason. I could just stay by these controls, but whatever. We don't see that fight at all. They filmed it as if we were watching Batman stalk these guys and be in a ninja shadow. No, this is the part. And I'll say this. I will say this. As much as I truly hated it, truly was like, let's see the fight choreography. They were talking behind the scenes about this fight choreography. I'm like, that would have been great to see. We didn't see it.
Yeah.
And so the great big climactic fight, and Batman is doing all this stuff. Like, that's I've seen this before. How about this? Those lines were so stupid. That's David Goyer, by the way, right there. Nice coat.
Nice coat.
Everything.
I gotta get me one of those.
I gotta get me one of those.
Every time David Goyer decided to put in a stupid line, you could tell because they never, ever talk like that before or after. When has Gordon never been like, I gotta get me one of those? Every lot. No, he doesn't do that. Nice coat. You still have it after, like, what, 4 or 5 years? You're still in the same place? Why don't you make a living
It's a nice
here?
coat.
It's not nice
Why would
anymore
he get
after
rid
a
of it?
couple of years. He got
Why
rid of
would
it.
he get rid of it?
Why would he say
nice
anything
coat.
about it?
You don't get rid of a
People
nice
are going to
coat.
be looking for you because
It's a
of
nice
this
coat.
coat. Because it's a very nice coat, and I'm Bruce Wayne. Oh, by the way, 5 years later, nice coat. Oh, no, I'm not Bruce Wayne. What? Rachel Dawes took one turn, and they were now in the Narrows or the Shallows or the Wares or wherever they were. I was like, she took off. She was talking to him, and then she's like, hey, look at this. We're now in a terrible part of town. One exit, one turn off, and that's it.
Oh,
That's all we did.
it was like underground.
I can't decide, like, in these movies, not just in this movie, but in a lot of the Batman movies that we've watched over our years, if Gotham's like a really huge city or like the world's smallest city, it's like just
In
sometimes
Batman
like
89 is the
whenever crime
smallest.
happens, Batman. It's when I visit Brody, everything
front of the
is
theater.
15 minutes away from his house. I have no idea how it's physically possible. It's like this weird this time, like, where do you want to go? Everything is 15 minutes away. Doesn't matter what it is. When I'm at his house, my house is somehow 15 minutes away, even though it's an 8-hour drive. It's this weird, like, oh, there's a crime across the city. Batman's there in less than 30 seconds. But like also like when he needs to get across city, it's like there's only one exit out of town. I don't. It's like, but it's also huge. I can't understand the size of Gotham. It is like an ever-changing mystery. I loved the Batman stuff in this movie. Loved the fight scenes, the Batmobile stuff. It all was awesome. I hated the ending. Hated the ending. Yeah, the great Batmobile. You cannot have a character
25 endings
whose whole thing is I don't kill, and then have him kill a bunch of people in the beginning, and then indifferently kill someone at the end. And we can squabble over whether he actually killed anyone or just allowed all the death to happen. But it is a mild distinction. If my kid was drowning in a pool and you were standing there over my child and saying, I'm not going to save you, but I'm not going to kill you, and then you watched him die, and then you went up to me and be like, hey, I didn't kill him. That excuse is not going to work for me. That's not going to work for me. That is not like a compelling argument to make. And when you have in the very next movie, Batman sacrificing the lives of everyone in the city because he's got to slam his motorbike into the ground because he doesn't want to harm the Joker, it just doesn't work. And so like to have those moments in this movie, okay, fine. If that's the Batman that you want to have, then cool. Then go full Snyder and just have him like shooting people on the street. Why not? Like have Batman grab the machine gun and just start killing people. You can't like make up your mind. It drove me a little bit nuts because it felt like out of character of the Batman that I love. And then they try to like
Batman wouldn't say.
Retcon it in the next movie, and then they make it worse by kind of like drawing more attention to it. That drove me a little bit nuts. Great movie with some great moments. Also a terrible movie with some terrible moments, which is why I'm totally indifferent.
One of the best end scenes of a movie that nobody saw coming and people genuinely cheering at the end of that movie when he turns over the card.
Yeah, that was true. That's true. I'd like to
such a good ending.
You have one of the what some people consider one of the greatest, most versatile actors out there, and he's saying like escalation. He's not saying you have to save everyone. And Batman's like, what do you mean everyone? Everyone! He doesn't do it. Batman should have saved him and been like, you're going to jail. You're going to jail. You know something? Val Kilmer, he actually did it right. He headbutts through the freaking window of that helicopter, and he's like, you're sick, Harvey. Give it up. You're going to jail. My voice
we're not talking about forever.
Look,
Stop bringing up
to arrest him.
forever. I don't want to talk about it.
I'm just saying he's trying to arrest him, just
Last
like
thing I'll say
Batman should have done.
I just felt like it, like the whole theme that Liam Neeson and him like seem to be having this argument is like, you can't do this with compassion. Like you can't be this person that this ideal that you're trying to be. And he's like, you should have killed me when you had the chance. And then essentially at the end, Liam Neeson ends up being proven right, even though he dies. Like it's like almost like through his apathy or trying to wash his hands of it. It like undercuts the theme of the movie. Had he rescued him, had he said, no, I'm going to do this with compassion. I'm going to still be this noble hero who even like, I'm going to stand here and I'm going to rescue my enemies, even though it may not be the smart thing to do. It's the right thing to do. And I'm going to stand by this noble stance
if we're gonna
that
get
I have.
into
And instead he's like,
smart thing to do.
I'm not going to kill you, but I don't got to save you. And then just watches him die. And it's kind of like, undercuts all the themes. Like, what was all the theme for? He might as well have just been holding his hand and then let him go off the ledge, man. Come on.
If you're gonna say something that kind of ridiculous, then you should have casted Ben Affleck, where he's like, if that 1% equals 100%, and now that I've changed, actually.
Okay, so with that line,
this is a good movie. Good movie.
I always took that line as Ra's al Ghul would have been capable of saving himself. Batman did not have to save him. Ra's al Ghul could have saved himself.
I mean, I never thought about that. That's a good point. It's not like Batman broke his arms and legs and looks down at him like I've just incapacitated you for life.
Charlie giving the example of his kid in the pool, right? Like his kid could not save himself. If it was Charlie in like the 3 foot, that like it would be like, Charlie, just stand up.
So
but when
the
Charlie
analogy you're drawing is that a speeding train falling off a ledge with him standing in it is somehow equivalent to me standing up in 3 feet of water. It seems like those situations are not created equal. How would you survive the train?
Oh,
I know how I would survive standing in the water. I would stand up.
Because he's Ra's al Ghul. Because he's the leader of the League of Shadows.
Well, he's Qui-Gon Jinn. He could have Jedi'd himself up.
He can fly out of there. He doesn't have a bat grappling hook. made by Wayne
Really?
Tech
I don't know
Enterprises,
how.
patent pending.
Why wouldn't he? Patent pending.
I don't know how. I just took it as he's Ra's al Ghul because honestly, everybody thought that maybe he wasn't dead anyways. Going into the next movies, people thought that Ra's al Ghul would show up again.
Really? I didn't
Well,
think that. I thought he was dead.
He was pretty dead. That's because
In
they
the
couldn't
next
believe
movie,
that Batman would let
you never
somebody
saw
die. They're
him.
hoping for the
You never
technicality.
saw it. It's not like you saw his dead body. He pretty much died off scene.
Screen.
Yeah, which is another thing that was disappointing. Everyone thought the Joker was coming back after Batman '89 too, and he was like, he fell off like a 100-story building. And everyone's like, he's not dead. He'll be back.
He was
He's not
absolutely
dead.
dead.
We see.
He was absolutely
He's not
dead.
dead. He'll be back. You remember
He's
the
fine.
conversations,
Very
man?
much
Come
dead.
on.
That's Jack
Everyone was
Nicholson right there. He can
all
survive
the
it.
internet chat rooms in 1990 were abuzz with the Joker's coming back, baby.
They didn't even have chat rooms back then.
Everyone was
Yeah,
logging
all
on
the
to
articles
AOL.
in Wizard Magazine.
20 minutes after the phone line connected, they were like, Batman ain't dead. Come on.
Sure. I do actually love this movie. I think that it's not perfect. I think that there are some real problems with David Goyer being a writer. I think there is.
Thinking he's a writer.
I think there's a reason that he did not get brought back for any of the other movies, and how the other movies I think improved in the writing. But it's a great start. It's a great start, and it was a great Batman jumping on like world building that we hadn't gotten yet. And I remember watching it for the first time and just loving everything about it. And as we've gone on, we've gotten Dark Knight Rises, stuff like that. I still love it. It lost a little bit of shine, like the quick cut fight scenes. That was just kind of the sign of the time, but it's a little hard to watch now.
He learned in the next one. He learned. He pulled that camera back. No quick cuts.
Yeah,
I think one of the best things about Batman Begins, is that you can see
I do really love it.
Any like little nitpicky like things that you have with it. Like they clean that up in The Dark Knight. Like it's really fun to kind of see actually that evolution of like the first film, like the world building and stuff, and then get to like see the kind of like the perfection of it in the next movie. But it's a good movie. It's a fun movie, a flawed movie, but a fun movie. All right, Tudong, anything to add?
No, I thought that movie was actually really good. I joked about the voice, but I actually thought it was fine. When he had Flash upside down and he's like, "Do I look like a cop?" I was just like, he's Batman. He's dead. It's like, come on, swear to me.
Well, we had a lot of fun doing this. Maybe you'll see this format pop up again in the future as Batman Begins. 20 years, man! I can't believe it's been that long. We saw this in the theaters together.
Wild.
Brody. It's been a fun.
We did.
A fun ride.
Opening night.
Maybe we'll
opening night.
Yeah, we'll have to talk some more Batman. The new Batman script is out. I'm excited for Batman 2. Let's go. All right. Well, we'll see you next time here at Talk Punch. Hit that like and subscribe. Watch more videos.
Bye.